over to your social media just to see what was going on, at least to know like the last thing you were up to, because maybe that would be interesting. And I type in your name, and the first thing that pops up in this question here, it says, it says people ask, how did Jimmie Allen get famous?
Yeah.
That's like the most asked question. If I were to ask you that question, how did you get famous?
Well, first I would say I'm not famous, but two, I would say hard work, honestly, and people give me an opportunity. But if they're talking about my start, I got discovered playing a writer's round at Puckett's grocery store in Franklin.
A writer's round where you get up and play songs that you wrote?
Yeah, it's like where they have, for people listening, you have 2 or 3 or 4 songwriters or artists on stage, and you just take turns singing songs you wrote. And I got discovered in Franklin, Tennessee by a guy named Ash Bowers. That's my manager now.
So did he go looking for you, or did he go and find you accidentally?
He actually found me accidentally because I actually only played because someone canceled, and then he was actually playing because Ash was a songwriter too because someone canceled. So we just happened to be there at the same time. So I called out of both my jobs, and I was like, well, I at least get $200 and a free meal and get to play music, so win. And then I actually met Ash, and he signed me 2 weeks later.
So your manager now was also playing on the same show as you, which people may not know. He was like a legit artist.
Yeah, Ash was
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, Ash was an artist and songwriter, and he actually wroed "Freedom Was a Highway," my new single, with me, him, and Matt Rogers.
So your manager's also writing with you.
Yeah, I made him.
I don't know. It sounds incestual, man.
Because Ash is one of the most. What I loved about him. Choosing him for him to be my manager is because he used to be an artist, so he knows what an artist needs, and he's a hustler, dude. Like he's a redhead, He's a shark. He's a hustler, and he's a great songwriter. So I said, let's write. And then we wrote it, and yeah.
I want to come back to the manager thing in a second, but let me play a few songs from Jimmie. First of all, here's "Best Shot."
'Cause when you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast.
Here is "Make Me Want To."
I can do that in post.
And here is what's about to be your third number one. I'm not jinxing it because there is no jinx. We've said this to every song that we've thought, and it's hit. All right, so don't get mad. If it doesn't work out, don't get mad. All right.
I don't believe in jinx.
Here is "Freedom Was a Highway." Will you explain to our audience what exactly a manager does? Because I think it gets lost on people in the industry. We know what a manager does, but what would you say your manager does for you that makes it so important?
I would say your manager is someone that, one, gives you advice, but he's your spokesperson. He's the person that makes phone calls for you to try to set up deals. He's the in-between between you and the label, between you and your booking agency, between you and the show, between you and he's the person that speaks on your behalf. He works hard for you. Or she works hard for you. I used to act like my own manager before I had one. I created a fake email and was like, hey, I'm calling on behalf of my artist, Jimmie. Because it's more, people take it more serious when you have representation. And that's what it is, representation. That's your manager.
Okay, so can you then explain what an agent and the difference in an agent and a manager?
Yeah, a booking agent, if we're talking booking agent, he's the person that, or she's the person that contacts show bookers and venues to book you shows. And then you have an acting agent. They're the ones that try to get you movie roles and commercial roles and, TV roles and stuff.
And the difference between a manager and an agent is?
I would say the difference between a manager and an agent is the agent works directly with the venue that you're going to play at. Your manager works with the agent to make sure everything is taken care of by the venue.
I would say the difference is 5%.
Yeah. Yes. And in some cases, 10%.
In some cases, more.
Or 15.
That is true. That is true. How did you get Brad Paisley on the song? Was that a call or a text, or did you have your agent or manager do that?
Well, I was at Brad's house one day after the Opry. He texted me. Was like, hey,
come to my house after the Opry because Darius is coming over. Tim's coming. As in Tim McGraw. And Bill Shatner. At first, I didn't know who Bill Shatner was. Who's Bill Shatner? And then my friend's like, William Shatner. I said, oh, the Unsolved Mystery guy. The dude used to scare me before I went to bed at night. Got it. So we go there.
I don't think
no,
he's
not.
Unsolved Mysteries. He
That
was
wasn't Unsolved Mysteries?
Rescue 911, I think.
Yeah.
But they look just alike.
Yeah, Robert Stack. Yes, they're both old white men.
Dude,
yes,
they look just like me. Is that racist?
No, I don't think so. They were doing similar
Sure,
shows.
that's not him.
But yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's still like a mysterious
Yes.
show in
They
a
look
way,
just
like
the same.
suspenseful music.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I still have no idea who William Shatner is. But anyway,
Star Trek.
I know who that guy is.
Yeah,
All
there you
right,
go,
cool.
there you go.
I'm old enough to know Star Trek. But we're there, and me, Darius, and Tim, and Brad were just going around in circles playing new songs. I play for him as a highway. He starts, like, picking on it. So I called him the next week and said, hey, I'm going to do a collaboration album. You want to do this song with me? He was like, yeah, sure. And he hopped on it, and
That was it?
yeah.
You called with your own voice and asked him with his own voice?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be so scared of rejection.
Oh, my God, they can say, I've been rejected so much, bro. You kind of get used to it. Come on, we all know what rejection feels like. But I feel like each no brings you closer to a yes. They can't say no forever because I keep bugging you till you say yeah.
They can, and they have to me. So let's leave that there. What's your Starbucks drink there in your hand?
It's white chocolate mocha, no whip with almond milk.
Do you order it yourself, or are you like me where you have an order that sounds delicate and you don't want to order it because you don't maybe want them to think that you like a delicate drink?
You think white chocolate mocha
I wear
is delicate?
skinny leather. I wear skinny leather pants, so I'm not really worried about
Okay.
being delicate. So, but today my day-to-day manager picked it up for me. But normally I'll call Starbucks while I'm laying in bed. I'll like Uber Eats it or Postmate it. That way, as soon as I get up and stretch, it's at the front door, and it's the best.
On your Uber Eats, though, is your name and picture up there?
Just my name.
But does it say Jimmie Allen?
Nah, just my legal name.
I didn't know Jimmie Allen wasn't your real name.
Oh, no, it's James.
I know that,
Yeah.
but Allen, is that your real last
Yeah,
name?
Allen. Yep.
Okay, I guess James Allen would have put me on Jimmie Allen.
James Edward Allen the third.
Well, mine is Bobby Bones on my headshot, and I'm just begging when someone pulls up. They're like, "Hey, man, is that you?" And I'm like, "Oh, stop bothering me."
More
Yeah,
pictures, no more pictures.
They're like, no, I
your
just
makeup
needed
person just left.
confirm.
You ready?
Hey, what's up with Neon Union? Because I've been seeing them on your Instagram.
So I signed Neon Union.
What does that mean? You signed them?
So first we signed them to a production deal. Me and my buddy Aaron Bimmer used to be in Blue County and John Marks, and then we signed them to a management deal. And they're this duo. Andrew actually met him on the elevator in Nashville, and he was like, dude, Jimmie, I love your music, huge fan. I'm playing Whiskey Jam if you want to come out. I said, dude, I'm going to come. Went and heard him sing. Dude's a great singer. He's like a 6'5" version of Luke Combs. I actually have him say to my phone under Luke Combs. And then Leo, the black dude, the old country boy, he used to play bass when he was 16 for Lauryn Hill, but the past 9 years he's been Pitbull's bass player. So I met him through Pitbull. He was like, I got this dude, he's a country artist. I don't know what to do with him. So I said, instead of trying to take them both solo, why don't we put them together? Because duos in country music is wide open right now. You know, so we just got them their first record deal. I think their first single's going out in April. They're going on tour with me this year. So, man, my biggest thing, I've always just wanted to use my platform to give other artists the opportunity that Ash gave me. So,
Did you ever think of trying to do a duo or be in a band when you moved to Nashville, or was it always be a solo artist?
I used to be in a band. I was solo when I first moved here. Then I was in a band called Mercury Lane. Then I was in a band called Color of London. My guitar player / keyboard player I just brought on, we actually used to be in Color of London together. We had a couple label offers, but they wanted me to like change and not be who I am, and I'm too stubborn to change. I am who I am. So then we ended up breaking up because he didn't want to tour no more for a while, and ended up just doing a solo thing. I love bands.
You know, on your Instagram, a lot of family up there. You just had another baby. What's been the biggest difference in another kid? Is it different? Some people say, hey, just adding another one. Once you have a couple, it's all the same.
Bro. Once you go from 2 to 3, you go from playing man to man to zone coverage because you're outnumbered, you know. But the difference is trying to make sure the third child feels as much love while not giving a third child more love and attention than you give the other two. Balance, but it's not really hard. You know what I mean? I look at it like if you love them, whatever you love, you make work and you make time for. So that's what me and Alexis are doing. And she's the best, by the way. My wife's amazing. I do not deserve her at all. But,
Why do you think she picked you then?
huh?
Because I have this struggle too. The same question.
Bro, I have no idea. And the thing was, like, somebody one time was like in my comments, like, I'm the type of artist that if someone comes in my comments talking crazy, I'm coming back at you. Like, don't think just because I'm a singer, I'm not going to say what I want to say back to you. So somebody said, well, she's only with you for the money. So I looked at the dude, I said, well, first of all, if you think she's with me for the money, she'd never be with you. 2, she's not, because she had her own money. Like, her parents are loaded. You know what I mean? But she's from the same small town as me. For us, we don't get too wrapped up in the whole, like, I'm in the music industry, I could care less about it. You know what I mean? Most of my friends that I hang out with are just normal people. You know, they're, electricians, they're school teachers, they work at a gym. But she's a real person, She loves me. She loves my family. I love her family, and she reminds me of home because I can talk about things from our small town in Delaware that only she would understand. And when I got married, I told myself I wanted to marry someone that can appreciate the things that I find important, and she could. And it doesn't hurt that she looks good.
That doesn't hurt.
That doesn't hurt.
So your town, what's it called again?
Milton.
What is Milton like? If I were to go to Milton today, what do I see?
Well, now at Milton, you see we got a grocery store. There's a bunch of soybean fields around, chicken plants, farms. Speed limit's 25 all the way through. How many? We got a lot of traffic lights now. But Milton, it's just a little small town, man. Literally everybody knows everybody. Average person there got about 8-9 teeth. Small town living, but it's good, man. I go home to Delaware a lot. I enjoy going home to Delaware, fishing all day, and then going to the Moose Lodge at night. You can get drunk and full on $8.75. So it was a good day. It's just simple.
What was high school like for you?
High school was cool, man. I was in theater, but also played sports. So, and my girlfriend was a gothic chick, that wore like all black and stuff like that. But high school with me was cool. I wasn't in one of the, how to have the bubbles, the jocks, the gothic, the band, the ROTC kids. So I did it all. I did ROTC, did band, played sports, did theater. High school was fun, man. I really got to meet people, different kinds of people. And that's what I loved about growing up where I did, to where, I didn't know what being treated different was because of the color of your skin until I moved to the South. Because up there, it is what it is. Everybody fishes. Everybody hunts. Most people went to church. Everybody listened to country. Everybody listened to hip-hop. And everybody dated whoever you want to date, and everybody just was taught to just, love the person. And, so I thought my childhood was great. High school was great. College was great. Yeah.
When you decided to move to Nashville, when did it hit you that you got to make the move? Like, what was that day?
I was at my grandmom's house, and I knew I wanted to get into music, and I knew country music was the place where I wanted to go, and I said I can't do that from here. So I said, all right, let's leave, and I literally left the next morning. I went to Walmart. I packed that whole day in my little Malibu. Went to Walmart, bought a blow-up bed, threw it in the back, packed my clothes, and said, Mom, I'm moving to Nashville. She said, when? I said, tomorrow. She said, okay, go down there, have fun, chase your dream, do what you want to do. And I packed up and left. I just hit a point where if you realize what you want to do in life and you can't make it happen from where you are, just go. If you notice, whenever people set a timeline, I'm going to move this year, I'm going to do this, they never do it. So just up and go. And they was like, because I'm like, you can find a job anywhere till you get, Walmart's always hiring, Target's always hiring, Starbucks always hiring. You can always find a job. But I said I needed to be here in order to meet the people I need to meet to get to where I want to go.
When you got here, where did you work as you were trying to make it?
I was working at this old gym. It's torn down now. They closed it. It's called Prairie Life Fitness in Cool Springs. That's where I met T-Roy from Montgomery Gentry. That's where I met Aaron Benward. That's where I met Rodney Atkins, Joe Nichols, B.B. Winans. And I was serving these guys their protein shakes and making them like sandwiches and stuff like that. So it was cool.
Did you ever meet one of those guys and they were like, hey, like they gave you sage old advice?
Nah, they were all real cool. They kept it 100. I remember when T-Roy first walked in, because my dad was a huge Montgomery Gentry fan. And T-Roy walked in, I was like, oh, that's T-Roy. So I told the dude I was working, I said, yo, I'm about to take a break real quick. So I'll go in the little workout area, and T-Roy's on the treadmill. So in my work clothes, I get on the treadmill next to T-Roy to start walking, right? And then he gets up and goes to this bench press machine. I go on the bench press machine right next to him. I'm not even working out. I'm just laying down on it while he's lifting. So he sits up and says, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? I said, Jimmie. I said, dude, huge fan. Love your music, bro. He said, so what are you doing? I said, I work out in a snack bar. He said, do you want to do music or something else? I said, I want to do country music. He said, dude, here's my cell phone number. And T-Roy gave me his number. It was 2007. And we were friends from that day till the day he died. And he was just a cool dude. Like, he just kept it 100, and that's what I appreciate about it.
Who could bench press more in their prime, you or him?
Oh, in their prime?
Because I feel like you're in your prime right now, but he...
Yeah, I feel like his prime lasted a long time. So I don't know.
He's a big guy.
He is a big dude. So T-Roy would probably have to have that, but my ego would probably tell me I could out bench press him, but I seen him bench press, so probably not. I could definitely squat more than him though. He had little legs. He skipped leg day a lot.
Jimmie, congratulations,
Thank
man, on
you.
everything. You know, I feel like I'm always saying that to you. Nominated for a Grammy, win CMA.
Thank
It's
you.
just, it's one thing after another. But the thing is, as much as it feels like it was overnight, I mean, it was the opposite of that,
Yeah.
right? It's like, congratulations on your overnight success that took you 15 years to
Yeah,
get.
it took 15 years. Yeah, man, it's been cool, you know, to see kind of how everything is coming together. And not for me, but people don't realize how important your team is, because it takes people that are willing to hustle and hear the word no a lot, but still keep going back. You know, so shout out to my team for helping put me in places to be successful, because that's what I think helped me this year. Because 2021, when I did get the ACM, the CMA, and the Grammy nomination, we didn't have a number one at all. We didn't even have a top 10 last year. But my team put me in other places, like whether it was like, you know, a mentor on American Idol and performing there, whether it was Dance with the Stars, whether it was other game shows, other TV shows. So to just continue to build the name recognition. Because I tell people it's not about me ever going pop, but it's about taking who I am and the music I make and embedding it into pop culture. Because that's where you have people that watch Dance with the Stars that don't listen to country music. So they don't. I'm like, how can they find me over here if they're over there? All right, I need to go over there. So shout out to my team for working hard to make that happen.
I mean, 7th place, not bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Listen,
you did fine. I mean,
listen,
you did
I
fine.
wanted to win, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let Bobby be the
Thank
one to bring
you.
to Nashville. I did do some of the
Thank you.
Dance with the Stars tour.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I did a
man.
little bit of that, too.
It was fun,
Yeah, it was
dude.
fun. And you had the greatest
less
partner.
pressure too.
Oh, there was, yeah.
Nobody's judging you. They're just happy to see you.
And again, Emma is just the
She's
greatest.
cool, yeah,
She's the
man.
greatest. Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
everything. At Jimmie Allen, you guys want to follow him on Instagram. And another big week with another massive song. And you are playing our iHeart Country Festival coming up in May. So just another one of the massive artists playing the festival. Good to see you.
Man, I can see you too.
See you soon.
Yeah.
There he is. Jimmie Allen, everybody.
Boom.